Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's me, Kia. Welcome back to my tribe. Alright, y'all. So I know I look a little bit interesting, but me and Brandon just came from the beach. Oh my god, y'all, we had a blast. We really should have stayed longer because the weather actually looks even better now. Can y'all see this? It looks, sorry if that messed y'all up. It looks even better now than when we went. But anyways, I was sitting here and I was just thinking, I was having a conversation with my higher stuff, and it was kind of crazy because it was really about like appreciating where you at right now, because this is what you manifested. So over the last couple of weeks, probably the last couple months, maybe a year or so, I've been watching Abraham Hicks and a couple of different like thought provoking people, like people that think outside of the box, watching their stuff. And so while I was sitting here just relaxing, just chilling, not really even stressed about nothing, actually just embracing the day and enjoying the fact that I could have just got up and went to the beach with my son, and we had a blast, y'all. We got boogie boards. That's all our stuff right there. I had so much fun, y'all. It was just me and him, and we was just laughing and having a good time. The water was freezing cold, but we just went with it. So I'm just winding down now, and I'm sitting here, and so the conversation was like with myself, just appreciate where you at because you manifested this. Now, for some people will look at like where I'm at, depending, and be like, oh, that's basic or whatever. Like, for them, that might be like what I'm doing over here. I'm renting, it ain't in no HOA area, which that's actually by choice because the type of lifestyle I have chickens and a garden, so I can't live there, but in like a HOA area. But so like people can judge and look and assume, or at least that's what I was thinking in my head. I don't know if that's what really happens out in reality, but that's sometimes what I be thinking that people think. And then you got some people that'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe like that's, that she living like this and that and the third. So it just depends on your perspective, right? But what I was thinking was to appreciate where I'm at, because if I appreciate it, I have to like, it's not even if I appreciate it, I have to appreciate it because I understand that I manifested it, right? So if we understand that we manifest, and sorry if y'all can hear the cars, but if we can understand that we manifest our reality, so everything that is in my reality, I created, whether it's good, bad, or anything in between, I created it because I am the creator of my experiences. I'm the creator of my world, right? So if that's true, if that's my truth, what I see, I've created. And a lot of times we don't realize, what I'm saying, that some of the things that we created is like really cool as fuck, like, or dope as shit. And so I realized it through like really my garden. Like when I started gardening, I think that's when I realized how dope I was because it was like, and not like, like dope, like to my own home, but I was like, damn, I really did, like this shit really did grow. So I was kind of excited with myself, but I was having a conversation with spirit, my highest version of myself, and it was like, be appreciative because you really manifested this. And if you understand how manifestation works, then you realize that this is a delay. Like our reality, like what's right now, what I see, what is now, is a delay of something that I manifested before. Like, so let's just say I'm manifesting like 4 or 5 years ago, and what I'm living is my thoughts from 4 or 5 years ago right now. Because when we think about manifesting, like, you got to understand, spirit got to get things lined up for what you asking for. So if you asking spirit, like, I want this, right? Whatever it is you want, I want it. God, people so extra. So I wanted it. I want this, or I would like to experience. We won't say I want it, because then that's coming from a lack. But we'll say would like to experience this. And so then you start working towards that experience. So we'll just use me for an example. I had the desire to be a surgical first assistant. I put in 2+ years of take of scrubbing. Then I had to take the test, so that's another like couple. It took me like another 2 years to pass the test, not even including the years prior to that when I was in the military, and all of the years that led up to me deciding that, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I used all of that momentum and I became a surgical assistant, right? Now you gotta look at that with any aspect of your life. You say, okay, I desire this experience, and then you start putting all this energy towards that experience, and then the experience manifests itself. It doesn't always manifest itself immediately because spirit has to line things up. You gotta think, you're not the only one on the planet, right? So if we can understand we're not the only one on the planet, and spirit gotta line things up. Spirit, so we having a conversation, and it's like, so this is what I'm thinking, and spirit like, yeah, I'm thinking like, yeah, you can do that. That line up with what I got going on. And then you like, okay, cool. So you and spirit on the same page. Y'all fucking with each other. So spirit like, bet, I'ma send it your way, but first I gotta do this, and that, cause I got old girl over here, she need this, da da da. Okay, boom. Spirit say, but I'ma fuck with you. Like, I'ma send the shit to you. Just chill, keep working on it. So when it come, you'll be ready for it. But I don't really know when it's gonna come, because I gotta get all these other people in place to make it, to make it work for you too. But it's gonna work for you and them. I can't just make it work for you. It's gotta work for the whole collective. Like, I gotta work for everybody. All right, so if you could understand that that's the conversation you having with spirit, then you understand that spirit sending it your way. So then instead of like doubting, you like, okay, I understand I'm living in a delayed reaction of my manifestation. Like, I understand that this is something I manifest. It don't matter if it's good. I'm telling y'all, you in some bullshit, you manifested the bullshit. And it's fucked up because we ain't learning. Now, y'all, sorry if you don't like the cussing, but if you don't understand how thoughts turn to things and things become your like reality, if we can't understand that, because that ain't something that we was really taught, if we can't understand that, then the problem is you manifesting stuff you don't even want. You manifest in the same bullshit ass relationship. You manifest in the same job problems. You might get one boss and end up getting another one and still have the same problem because you ain't took the time to figure out how to think properly. How to like make sure your thoughts actually create the reality that you want to live. So if I say, okay, I want the experience that I would like to live besides being a parent. And hold on. So whatever reality, I don't know where I was at, y'all, because and I ain't editing. So here we go. So whatever reality it is you want to live, you got to understand that, or it don't matter what it is. Like, you got to understand that you creating it. If it's bad, if you in something, whatever your reality is, you got to understand that you created it. We haven't really been taught how to think. You know what I'm saying? Because most of us on autopilot. So thinking about your thoughts. Like, think about what you think about. Like, think about that. You know what I'm saying? And then understand, okay, some of your thoughts gonna be negative because we got a default in us that's telling us we ain't good enough, you not pretty enough, you do whatever, all of these negative aspects of yourself because of what other people think. Like, ain't got nothing to do with them. It's all about you. It's gonna be all about you. And when I say all about you, I mean like how you think about yourself, how you treat yourself, how much compassion. Like, a lot of women, we be in these relationships, especially like with our kids and that like men and stuff, or whatever you deal with, we be giving to, giving to the situation, just keep giving to the situation, giving to the children, giving to everybody, not understanding that before you can really give quality to anybody, you got to give to yourself. If you ain't giving to yourself, then what you giving to other people really ain't the best version of you, and it doesn't really benefit them in the long run. So you got to understand, you have to understand almost like your thought process. Like, you really have to start thinking about what you're thinking about, because that's gonna be what you're living. So if you and so this go both ways. Now, don't think like if you in the projects or you somewhere where you don't want to live, that you can't think your way out of that, because you literally can think your way out of that. You just gotta understand that this is a temporary situation. I'm better than this, and I'm finna, like, then not on, and it don't matter how you, what you finna do to get out of it. Your thought process is, I'm finna go to McDonald's and I'm finna work every day, and this McDonald's job finna get me out of the hood. How about that for a story? If that's something, like, if you in a impoverished, you know, and you in a situation where, like, that's the only kind of job you can get, fast food. Don't think like it's gonna be hard, because in those situations, like, the environment you in, it's on you. Like, you under pressure. Like, that's real pressure. You under pressure in certain environments. But if you understand that you can think your way out of some shit, like, literally think your way out of it. Like, and it's not, I'm not like, this ain't no, like, yeah, it's spiritual, but they got science to prove it. So for y'all that need science to back it up, go watch Joe Dispenza here. Yeah, Joe Dispenza, he can break it down for a more scientific audience. And if you more spiritual or whatever, you can go check out Abraham Hicks. That's more like a different kind of, you know, way to think about it. But I'm just saying, you can think your way out of it, and understanding that what you thinking, you creating it. So you thinking, oh, he ain't shit. You thinking my turn bad, they bad. You thinking, you know, I'm overweight, you overweight. Anything, whatever them thoughts is, y'all, you think, you look at, like me, I check my bank account 1 billion times a day. That was because I had grew up, I hadn't been broke before, so I'm like, ain't no money, you know what I'm saying? So I'm telling myself, ain't no money. Guess what, y'all? It wasn't no money. It don't matter how much money I was making, it wasn't no money. And so it's like, dang, it has nothing to do with skill set. It has nothing to do with your environment. It has everything to do with how you think. Now, sometimes our environment put us in circumstances where it's hard for us to think. Like, you know, if you grew up around dope and shit like that, like, where and you, like, that's part of your world, and you might be on it. And I ain't talking about weed, I'm talking about like powder, pills, any of that type of shit, like stuff that's really finna have you, like, out of your mind. If you on that, you can't think. So now, like, everybody around, like, you just what they call it, what it is, the NCP, NPC, whatever, the non-character player, whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's what you become. That's what you become. And so, absolutely not. I will not become that on my watch. Absolutely not. And so, what I would challenge y'all to do is to realize, and myself to realize, that we are living in a delayed manifestation of like a creation, something that we created. We delayed this. This is a delayed version of manifesting our life. Where you're living at right now, your situation right now, you created it. I created this. But if in my head, let's just say, I start focusing on working, it don't matter what I'm doing, I can just keep working as a surgical assistant. Like, I'm finna take this job, I done accept this job, a permanent staff position here in Jacksonville, and say I take this job, and I say I'm gonna do this job, and this job gonna get me billions of dollars, right? Maybe me not going to that job, physically working that job, gonna give me billions of dollars, but what if me working this job, writing content around this, knowing that long term it's gonna play out in my benefit, and it's gonna create billions of dollars, because that's what I know, because that's what if that's my intention, that's what I'm focused on, that's what I'm focused on. Like, my intention is focused on creating billions of dollars through the surgical tech first assistant career. If that's what I focus my attention on, then that's what it's gonna be. It don't matter how I'm gonna do it, but you have to have some type of action that's gonna go behind the intention. So you got the intention, what's the action? Okay, some of us, you need to focus some energy into that. Like, what is it gonna be you gonna focus your energy on? If you don't pick something to focus your energy on, your energy is gonna pick something to focus on. So you need to do it. And then when I say you're in your body, and it might not be something that you need to be focused on that's gonna necessarily benefit you in the long run. Like, you might focus on a relationship that's not benefiting you, or you might focus on, you know, something that's just not gonna benefit you. Well, everything you do gonna benefit you, whether you want it to or not. It's just up to how you see it. But if you pick something that you say, okay, if my life was like this, I could have this experience. So let me get to that. So I've had a taste of what it's like to get up and go and not have to worry about money, and and not have to worry about how I'm gonna pay the bills, like just living life and enjoying the experience. I've had a taste of that, so I want that. Like then I want that's the experience that I would desire, and that's the experience that I would and like to continue to create. So if I want to go to the beach on a Wednesday, we going to the beach on a Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, that life is dope to me. Like, that's fun. It wasn't nobody at the beach. It was just us, and we was having a blast. Now, if we want to go on a Saturday when there's a whole bunch of people there, great. If we want to go out of town, great. But the lifestyle that I desire to experience is that where I'm creating income from wherever I'm at, and it's enough income, it's more than enough income for not only me but my family and friends to enjoy the experience with me, and we just out and we enjoying life. Like, I came to earth to live life. This lifetime, that's my goal. So if I don't get to live life, then this is gonna be a failed mission for me. And I mean live life, not life I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just here. We finna have fun. We finna laugh. We finna have great experiences. And so for that to exist, because I'm having a human experience on earth at this time, it requires me to create a lifestyle around streams of income that allow me freedom to just go. And I'm not saying that my career at the time don't. I'm just trying to figure out a different way of seeing how to utilize and how to embrace the experience of being a surgical assistant and working and taking that experience to create other experiences, y'all. That's what it's really about. So I'm gonna go ahead and go, because I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of this evening, y'all. And I'm not editing this video, so hopefully it's not too many mistakes or hiccups or parts where you don't understand. If you don't understand, leave me a comment in the comment section and I'll answer it. Anyways, y'all, catch y'all next video. Bye.